Round two, Vintage Challenge versus Helviti. We've got a classic hand. Just a classic double opal hand. I'm going to probably keep this, though. I think there's high enough upsides to keeping this one. Those upsides involve turn one tinkers and the ability to ponder for the other Moxen and that kind of thing. Obviously, this hand can get really screwed up by a sphere on turn one again, but I think this one has a little bit more upside, and we don't know exactly what Helveti's going to be on, so Helveti. Our opponent is also in the multi-queue. Alright, let's see what we got. Polluted Delta. Underground Sea? Volcanic Island. Preordain. That could be any number of decks. Does likely make turn one Tinker not a very attractive option. But we have to be really careful with our seat opal because opponent can just stack them away. Moxin would be great. I would also take Force of Will. Mana Crypt is lit. As usual. That's not bad either. I really don't want to reveal Seat the Cyanide in the beginning here. I think I'm just going to go for basic Island Ponder instead. Too many things go wrong by just playing like unprotected Seat Mox here. Obviously, it'd be nice to ponder into a mana source, but even then, we're likely not playing anything of value. So alright, I'm gonna get the basic island. I think I've used like 5 minutes of clock tonight. They're not even in a challenge. They're in a league match. Just quit your league match. Come play Vintage. I'm gonna go watch all the other fucking streams. Karate on Eldrazi. Kane lost round one. Okay. Ooh, we get to play Magic. Ooh. Interesting. Yeah, I'm down with this. Gives me my Metalcraft next turn. I have some protection and Force of Will, and I continue to make land drops, so pretty happy with that Ponder. It also gives me something to tinker for that's not Blightsteel Colossus. It's going to be Monastery Mentor. Maybe Teferi. Well, I'm going to try to counter Teferi. Am I going to counter with Thoughtcast? Opponent is F6ing. Man, if we had one more mana, I would just tinker. Though they might be on PO. Nah, I'm not gonna do anything here. It's kind of unfortunate that I have to force Teferi, because they can just kill me now. Just tinker for Blightsteel? Just tinker for Time Vault? I don't have a lethal tinker, guys. I'm aware I have one more mana than but that's only 3 mana. I think everything's just resolving. I was wrong. They have absolutely nothing, and we probably could have won, but what does opponent have in their hand? I'm so confused. Is it just like 4 POs? PO for 2 here. Underworld Breach. Oh, so it is Jeskai. Yeah, I don't care at all. We'll play a Teferi from their yard. Alright, well, I think we just win this game. Opponent's hand didn't really do anything. They just bounce my Construct or my Urza here and draw a card. Oh, they're going to bounce their Underworld Breach for value. I like that. I like that. Alright, so did opponent draw Force blue card, I guess, is the next question. Alright, no. Okay, we'll do that. Alright, interesting. Doesn't really seem like a keepable hand from the opponent. But what do I know? I'm bringing Flusterstorms and Remora. And I'm going to take out Blightsteel, Tinker, and Vamp Tutor. Yes. So I had enough mana to tinker, but I did not want to tinker for a Blightsteel against a Dakfade and Teferi deck. And I didn't want to just tinker for a Time Vault out into play, which is like a line you can take, but I didn't really think it was a very good line. And like, I'm definitely down to be wrong about that, but I wonder if they're just on the normal Jeskai Breach deck then. Like 1 Jace, 1 Levin. There's no Teferis in this deck though. I'm trying to find out if they made their own deck, which seems possible. I don't know if I see any decks with Teferis. I guess it could still be PO, right? But it seems like a little unlikely. Here's one. Dreadhorde Arcanist, 1 Teferi, 1 Dak, 2 Dak, 1 Narset. This one doesn't have an Underworld. It could just be their own creation. This is fine. Doesn't really do very much, but I think it's okay. Alright, well, the jig is up. Everyone gets to know everything. The jig is up, the news is out, they finally found me. I'm okay with this getting dazed. I'd rather know if I should play my seat or not. Alright, there is a daze and a Narset and 3 lands. So they can hard cast daze because they have Sapphire. I really want to draw a Moxen here. Didn't draw a Moxen here. Remora is certainly decent against Narset. And by decent, I mean it's really, really bad against the one Narset in their deck. It's like Remora is just not great against Narset. Alright, I'd like to turn on Opal as soon as possible. I do think I'm going to try to get their days from them here. I think this is fine. So they're on Narset 3 lands, and then we get to jam. Start jamming 4 drops. If we draw any Moxen off the top, we jam a 4 drop right now. Brain freeze. So they are, maybe they're just like a full on Jeskai combo deck. Our own Narset. Alright, it's fine. Hope they don't have multiple dazes. Obviously, this puts it in a lightning bolt range, but it's definitely more important that we advance. So our Karn does have a key in the board. But I think we'd like a jet. Think we want a jet? We want a jet. I'm gonna hold the jet though. I really am scared of getting like Biforce or something stupid here. So we know opponent has land, 2 unknowns, and a brain freeze currently. They could just kill us if they find like Underworld Breach or LED off this Narset, right? That'd be sad. They found Dig Through Time. They're a little far away from that. They do have 2 fetch lands and a brain freeze. So they could always brain freeze themselves to fuel Dig Through Time. I'd like to find a Force of Will soon. Hopefully this Narset will help me. Okay, so we know 3 of their 4. It looks like they're going to be able to play Dig Through Time at end of turn now. Found the Force of Will. I'm gonna... Oh, jeez. Okay, so... I might just go for a Vault Key then. I know the cards in their hand. I was thinking like I'd play Karn, which turns off all their shit, but now we have exactly enough mana to Vault Key and pay for days. And with Force backup. Yeah, whatever. I guess we have to see if they do a misstep or not. So I assume if they don't have a Force in their hand, they're gonna crack Dig Through Time looking for a Force. Which I will force the dig because they could easily find, say, Force of Will Flusterstorm or something. So like their last card, oh, they're gonna brain freeze themselves to fuel the dig through time. They could still have a Flusterstorm as their last card. Yeah. So they're an all-in combo deck version. Intuition, Dak. I guess Dak's not a combo card, but multiple brain freezes. So we know they don't have Force. The worst they could have is Pyroblast or Flusterstorm, in which case they would then have to find Force blue card, so that's fine. Alright, got there. So I'm gonna bring